Hello, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. I hope you like it.
Hello everybody, Sean again. Got another video review. This time instead of a gun thing, it's more along for your knives. If you're a gun guy, I'm sure you have knives as well, pocket knife. But everyone has kitchen knives if you're not a pocket knife person. But the sharpener, there's a lot of skill needed to do, you know, with a stone to get the edge just right and, keeping your knife sharp. And many people have that skill. I have some friends that are very skilled at it, but why? There is a product out there where you need zero skill. Well, some skill. You got to hold the knife straight up now. And it does take a little practice, believe it or not, once you get going on it. But it is the Spyderco Ultimate Sharpmaker. Okay, the Sharpmaker they call it. Triangle Sharpmaker. It's just an incredible knife sharpener. It's around 56 bucks, at least it was last year. 2014 May is when I bought mine. It was around 56 bucks on Amazon. It comes with a medium and a fine set of stones, and I opted for to buy the ultra fine stones also, which are about let's see, 15. Where I wrote it down here. Yeah, they're about 15 bucks a piece. So another, and they were sold individually, not as a set. So it was another $30. Now, I have the coarse ones set aside because I don't really use the medium much at all. Most of my knives already have an edge of some kind, a decent edge. I'm not having to take it from a dull to get it into the sharp realm. Most of my knives are already fairly sharp. I mean, they're not, may not be, razor blade sharp, but they're sharp knives. So I stuck these brown ones, I stuck them in the container that came for them when I ordered the ultra fine, and I keep them in a drawer. You might need them to rebevel your edges to get it back. But the fine, now the medium stone can wear out. It is not ceramic per se, or if it is a ceramic, it's not the harder than your, it wears. It'll actually wear out. These, according to the Spyderco people, the ceramic material here, you cannot wear these out. Normal knife steel cannot wear these out. You clean them every now and again with some Comet, Ajax, some type of an Ajax type of, scrub cleaner. If you're going to do it with regular dish soap, you'd be there a long time cleaning these. You can see through see if I can get the camera to focus better. But that black, that dirt, and then literally that's, the edge coming off on there. And they're triangle shaped, and I'll show you that more here in a second. But the fine is white. The ultra fine stone, also white, but it has this red paint on the end. This is your ultra fine stone. And again, it has a notch in here, and then two of the other three sides of the triangle are smooth. And again, you can see, I use mine. I need to clean them. There's a little bit of residue. Now, after that builds up, of course, that's going to make sharpening them a little bit tougher. It's a lot better if these are clean. And it's, again, Comet, Ajax, little soap and water in the kitchen sink and scrub them right up. And they come very clean, very easily. It's not difficult. I mean, you got to put a little elbow grease into it, but it's not difficult. But this is just the most incredible sharpening system. Again, you have to have, the only skill you have to have is being able to hold the knife straight up and down, because the angles are built in to the base. And I'm going to show you that here in just a second. I'm just getting all the stones out of mine. Okay. This is the base, right? And the brass rods come out. These are guides, safety guides. And I'll show that in just a second. Let me pop them all out. Okay. Now, you see there's two sides on here, right? One is a 30-degree angle set and the other is a 40-degree angle set. 15 on each side, 20 on each side. The 40-degree is for back beveling. The 30-degree angle is the back bevel. That's to get, if your knife has worn out to the point where you sharpen and sharpen and sharpen and sharpen and sharpen and sharpen, and instead of here, now your angle is more obtuse, right? You need to get the whole bulk of the side here, the belly, I guess the belly of the blade. I'm not a big knife guy, so if I'm using the wrong terms, please forgive me. But not the edge, but just off the edge. This part here, once you've sharpened enough, you're taking material off to sharpen. That's how you sharpen the knife. But once you've taken so much off, this angle gets right before the edge. The angle goes from nice to worse to worse to worse to worse to worse to worse as you're taking more material off, sharpening them. The back bevel, what the back bevel will do will help reset that main angle back to the 30 degrees you need, so that then you can sharpen real good and get the actual edge back. Or otherwise, you're not going to have a long enough edge. You're still coming to a fine point, but it's just never going to last. It's going to wear out super quick, because once that very edge is gone, then it's rounded essentially, right? You're not having enough of an edge so that you're like this. So yeah, the point is fine, but then once you lose the point, you're done. Whereas once you back bevel it correctly, you have more of an angle, so once you lose your edge, you're able to put it back. Anyway, and guys, again, I'm not a super duper knife guy. I just use just general pocket knives. I don't go out and pay $400 for a pocket knife. So I use this a lot. Now, again, it's marked on here which end is for putting the back bevel edge and which is your standard edge. You know, it says 30 degree back bevel, and that's here. There you go, 30 degree back bevel. And then over here, I'm sorry, let me flip it over. Is your 40 degree edge, right? So anyway, your back bevel's on one side, your edge is on the other. Now, how to use them, super duper simple. You got 2 holes for your rods, for your safety rods, okay? And those obviously are the round holes. And then your square / rectangular holes are for the rods themselves, okay? Now you start, in the manual it shows you start with them using the triangle edge, as I got it here. Then after you do that, then you turn them a quarter turn, or maybe not even that, actually 1/8 of a turn. And now your flat edge is where your knife is going to be. And then literally you're just keeping the blade of the knife straight up and down, and then you're just dropping it straight down, and that's how you're going to put your edge on your knife. So you're literally, and I'm not going to actually do it, I'm just demonstrating here, is that you keep your knife straight up and down, and then just literally like you're slicing, slicing a tomato or something, right? And you just go back and forth. And take your time. Once you do it a little bit, you can get quicker with it, but it's important that you keep that edge perfectly straight up down, because that's your angle, and angle's everything when you're sharpening a knife, right? So just draw heel to toe, back and forth. And don't come all the way through and ruin your tip. Your tip's not that different anyway, and when you switch it to the flat side, then you'll get the tip really sharp, all right? So if you're doing like 98% of the blade and just kind of stopping, before you get to the tip, you won't have to worry about rounding off your tip. And you might not ever do it, just that's a tip that I've been told. Then they recommend 20 strokes on each face. So you're going to do 20 strokes on the point, then you turn a quarter, now you're on the flat side. Right, you're on the flat side, and then you're going to do 20 strokes this way, heel to toe. And now see, you're getting the tip because of the flat part. Now your tip's going to get sharpened here. So like I said, don't worry about speed. As you use it more, you'll be able to go a little bit quicker, but it only takes 20 strokes, guys. And if your knives are relatively sharp anyway, you're not taking something that's super duper dull, I tell you, you're not going to have any issue whatsoever. Now, since I was just kind of demonstrating, if you're actually doing it, what they want you to do is, then you take this cover, this is the cover, right? And there's a notch here, and that is your handle, and then this is your safety guard so that you obviously don't cut yourself. So if it slips off, you've got a rod here to keep from slicing your hand open. Now, guys, I'm telling you, when I say that they're, a razor sharp edge, that, here's, and then you can literally get your knives razor sharp. I mean, you can shave with these things. Careful doing this, obviously, because it'll, there's, no hair. I mean, now this is a Kershaw. I like Kershaw knives. They're not break the bank expensive. They have some brands that are out there. Some of them that are really, really, really affordable. This one's the Oh So Sweet, I think is the name of this one. It was like 20 bucks, I think. And it's a spring assisted one, which I like that too. This has a little flipper, and it's spring assisted. Comes with a tip that you can change to whether you want to tip up or tip down, a little pocket clip. But I keep that on this, and like I said, the Kershaw knives are fairly sharp knives right out of the box. Anyway, that one especially was. But my little Victorinox, the little $12, excuse me, the little pocket knife with the scissors, the little tiny one. But that thing is like a little razor blade. I hit that on this. Everything. I've got the little Gerber. Here, get this one out. This is a little Gerber, again, like a $10 knife, super thin. I love this. Is a great little knife to carry. If all you need just a simple little pocket knife, that thing is just, and it's razor sharp on that. I mean, you can see the edge. That thing, I mean, it's a super sharp. Again, guys, there's no skill level involved with this Spyderco Triangle Sharpmaker, they call it. It is just, you just keep the knife straight up and down, and then just like you're slicing into the rods. Again, the white ceramic ones, both the fine and the ultra fine, you cannot wear them out. Now the Spyderco, I'm gonna put a link to the video. It comes with a CD that gives you the guide. You can, and let me go over a couple other things that you can do with this thing, because you can sharpen damn near anything that has a blade with this. The video that comes with it is an older guy. I think he's the founder of the company, and I'll put that in the link in the description. But he sharpened everything. He sharpened fish hooks, scissors. I mean, you name it, you can sharpen it with this thing. As far as the scissors go, right? And I'm leaving everything in there so you can kind of see. On the end is another slot, just like before. And this angle is like 12.5 or whatever. That's the right angle for your scissors. So again, you just set your scissors on there, and they can be, small, fine cutting, scissors. But you literally, you're just gonna set them on there and pull them across, and then flip it over and do the same thing on on the other side. And the video goes in and shows you how to sharpen the scissors. And then for like large items, let's say an axe, okay, a chisel, a hatchet, say an hatchet. You can, let me pull all this out. If you see, flip over, there's two slots in the bottom. You just set that's the triangle part, right? You set your rods in there, and now you've essentially got a flat stone. So you can still, if for whatever reason you don't like the angles on this thing, you're good at the angles yourselves. But here's, the stones are the key, right? But now you can, and then use them just like you would a flat stone. And I put them in with a little notch because, like I said, one side of the triangle has this little notch in it, the other two are smooth. That notch is for like a fishing hook, a pointy item, where you can put that in there and take it down to sharpen that. I mean, it's a little pricey compared to just some plain stones, but if you're getting quality stones, you're going to pay good money anyway. You're still going to look at anywhere from $50 to $100 for some good quality sharpening equipment. So I don't think this is out of the ballpark on that. And one last thing, if you notice, there are 4 holes. So if you wanted to like screw this to your workbench, and you know, now you're bam, screw it in there, or you got a pegboard style bench at the bottom, you can put pegs in it, that way you can still flip it over and use it for the other. But you can screw this down on your workbench and and get the ultimate where it's not going to move at all. But guys, again, you're not putting that much force into this thing, so you don't have to do that at all. Literally just set it on the counter and whack 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 and you're done. It comes able to store 4 of the sticks. Okay, you got 2 that fit here, right, on this, underneath this little clip, and same thing on the other side. And then the other one sets on top like that, and then your cover covers it. So everything all together, and of course the underneath is where the brass, the safety rods go. But that's what it looks like, when it's done. So it's something you can throw in a backpack if you're going camping, going out to the woods, and if you hunt and you're going to a hunting lodge, whatever, you can take this with you. It's, I mean, literally the size of your hand, so it's not more than by about 6 inches, give or take, 6-7 inches maybe. So it's not maybe 4 inches wide, if that. So it's a very compact package. And like I said, I'll put a link to that video. That older guy in there, man, he sharpens absolutely everything. He sharpened pinking shears, for crying out loud. Serrated knives, anything with the blade, you can damn near sharpen with this thing. Again, it was like 56 bucks for the sharpener in of itself, and then I paid the extra 15 a pop for the ultra fine because it came with the medium. Again, let me take it out so you can see it. And the mediums are the brown ones, right? They still feel very smooth, but it's not as slick as the white. Just, you can even hear, hopefully you can hear the difference. I mean, and this one is, just smooth. But like I said, they will tell you these will wear out over time. You might have to replace them. The ceramics, you should never have to replace them. You'd have to screw it up to replace them. Some of the comments on Amazon that I read, and some guys were making comments about them. There's very, 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 very few negative reviews. Okay, 1373 customers reviewed, and I'm looking up now. 4.7 out of 5 stars is from Amazon. So again, this is extremely few of the 1, 2, and 3 star. Everything's 4, and almost all are 5. So, but of the people in there, and a couple of them sounded very, very much like knife guys. That they're very experienced. They didn't sound like, some of the reviews you can just tell is just somebody that's just pissed off at the world and he's an idiot and shouldn't be doing reviews to begin with. Because everything's negative and there's no reason for it. Oh, it's like a 3-word review. Oh, these things suck, and that's it. No explanation, no contrast, no content at all. Those I just dismiss, both positive and negative. If it's a 5-star review and it goes great knife, or great gun, or great sharpener, 2 words, give me a break. Don't stop wasting my flipping time. But there's a couple of them out there that are, a 3-star review or less that sounded like they were, knife guys. And I'm not meaning to sound degrading to those guys, but if you can't get a sharp blade with this system, it's your fault. Bottom line, you're not doing something correctly. I'm sorry, it's your fault. Or you've got a knife that's just so dull and so screwed up of an angle that maybe you need to take it to a guy to get you on a grinder type thing to set up the edge to where it can accept the stones. So, but if your knives are normal knives, something that you've bought, used, and kept fairly sharp, you can make them razor sharp with these stones, guys. So the Spyderco Triangle Sharpmaker. And Spyderco's knives are very well received as far as their knives. I don't have any of their knives. I've got Kershaw and some Gerbers, but buddy, this sharpener is just awesome. Again, the only skill you have to have is being patient enough and taking your time and keeping your blade strictly, totally vertical, totally perpendicular to the ground, and then you can't screw it up. Again, I'll look the link to the video from Spyderco that goes shows everything, how he sharpens stuff. And like I said, it's a cool thing to watch, just to watch, because my God, that old man sharpens everything with these damn things. Again, guys, that's not, you know, a gun thing. That's 99% of what I do is guns, and I love guns. But you know, you should have a nice pocket knife, something, you know, cutting boxes, cutting. You know, you need a knife. And you can do your kitchen knife. I do my kitchen knives with these as well. If you had like a really high quality sushi knife, you'd have to put a little effort into it, because some of those are flat ground. They're only ground on one side. You could still sharpen them with this, and he goes over that in the video as well. But you do have to, you know, be more careful with doing it. But again, you can do it with these. So guys, check out the Spyderco Sharpmaker Triangle Knife Sharpener deal. Awesome. And thanks a lot, guys, and Merry Christmas to you. This is what, the 9th of December, so 2015. If you you know, don't get a chance to go home, call your folks, call your family and friends, you know, be with them on this holiday, and wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and stay safe during the holiday. Thank you, guys.